Everybody can see this is just a hay bale, a standard hay bale. And I just planted 2 tomato plants in it. The next year I'm going to split it in half and just have one each side, you know, one separate. Because it gets way too big. It's right 10 foot, 9.5 foot tall. It's loaded with tomatoes, but between the two of them it's getting too close together. I took hay bales and all I did was lay them down, wet them every day, and put nitrogen every other day for about 4 weeks. And started to compost. And when it started to compost, you put your hand down, dig your hole, put your hand down in the hay bale. And if it's real hot, then it's not ready. It needs to be around 70 degrees, 80 degrees before you plant your plants. Because it can get to about 120, 130 degrees is what I understand. I know when I was doing it, when I put my hand down there, it was pretty hot. So let it get around 70, 80 degrees where it don't burn your hand when you put it in the bottom of the hay bale. Open your big hole up, put your plant down, put it down, take your lower leaves off. That's what I did. And put it down as far down as you can do it and leave you know, at least 3 or 4 leaves above. And then fill it in with your topsoil, your potting soil, even with the top of the hay bale. That's what I did. And like I said, I put nitrogen on them. I actually use high nitrogen Miracle-Gro to wet it down every other day. And I use, it's a organic fertilizer. I used it too. And I used blood meal. And blood meal, I just laid a trail all the way across it. Probably every 2 weeks. And bone meal, they say, does good. And that's what I used. And like I said, I got 10 foot tall, 9.5, 10 foot tall plants loaded with tomatoes. And you've seen my last video showing tomatoes. People said they didn't see no tomatoes on it. So I just wanted to prove that there is a lot of tomatoes on my plants, even if they are gigantic. But that's what I did, and I got drip lines running on it every twice a day for 30 minutes. And it's a drip line. I think that's a gallon per hour, so there's probably half a gallon of water. And if it gets real hot, I might up it up some. But my leaves ain't been curling up none. What you can see, these leaves are gigantic. I've been trying to trim it back a little bit, but the tomatoes are just overwhelmingly covering them. I mean, getting heavy. It's loaded with tomatoes. So my last video showed all the tomatoes. That's what I do for the hay bales, and these are actually cow bales, they call them. I'm done with these, but it does sit a little close, which you can see. Next year I'm going to split them in half, and some I split in half already, like these. These are already split in half. I took a half of it and put it in hay bale, planted in the hay bale, and my pepper's done the same thing. And do at least 4 weeks. That's what I suggest. 3 weeks is kind of close. That way it ain't so hot. And do your hay bales and half or even a third. I done a third in these. And because I couldn't find no more hay bales at the time, actually cow bales. And you can go with straw if you want to, straw bales, they say. And you go online, you can look, and that's just what they had. I figured I'd try it, and they're doing really well. So that's what I did. And I put calcium in it 2 weeks ago. No, 4 weeks ago, and then 2 weeks later I put in it twice, and that's all I'm going to do with it, because I have to keep bottom rot and everything out. So try it, and just let me know how it works for you.